Hi everyone, welcome back to Cooking and Creating with Melissa. I had so much fun with you last time and I'm so looking forward to sharing this recipe with you tonight. During these cold winter months, I like nothing better than to snuggle up with some good old-fashioned comfort food. So the recipe that I'm going to share with you today is just that, and it's also kid-friendly. I call it a cheesy pasta casserole with delicata squash. And I would like to get right to the recipe. And the ingredients are about 4 cups of cooked pasta, pre-cooked pasta, and I just follow the directions on the box. And again, regarding pasta, if you are gluten intolerant, you can still make this recipe. Just be sure to substitute it with a pasta that doesn't have gluten in it. Also, what's really fun is because this recipe is kid-friendly, you can get different shapes of pasta, different colors to make it interesting for kids. I just had rigatoni on hand, so that's what I'm using. All right, and then delicata squash. This is one of my favorites, and this is one of the few squashes that you can actually eat with the skin on. And so all I did, this is pre-roasted, I cut it in half, seeded it, and then I placed it face down, the cut face side down in a roasting pan, and I roasted at 350 for about 30 minutes, and then I diced it. We have panko breadcrumbs, and be sure the breadcrumbs that you get are panko because breadcrumbs have eggs in it except for the panko. And I'll show you the brand that I got. It's by Kikkoman. All right, and then beefless ground beef that you can get right at Trader Joe's. The reason I use this is because for people who are newly transitioning to a vegan diet, texture is really important to them, and it adds texture. Okay, and so the next ingredient is the golden cheddar sauce from Chef Skye Muckle-Conroy's cookbook, The Non-Dairy Revolution. And better butter, which I make myself from the same cookbook. The reason I do, there are a lot of vegan butters out there, but unfortunately they contain palm oil, and this is palm oil free. And the production of palm oil is unfortunately displacing many elephants and orangutans, and unfortunately promoting an early death for them as well. All right, and so what I'm going to do is assemble a casserole now, and I'm simply going to put the pasta in the casserole dish, and then I'm going to add the delicata squash. I'm going to add the groundless beef from Trader Joe's, the onions, oh boy, I'm going to have a problem stirring this, but I think I can handle it. And I'm going to mix it, stir it all in there. Okay, so I've taken the pasta, the delicata squash, and the beefless crumbles, and the onions, and I've assembled them in my casserole dish, stirred them up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the golden cheddar sauce from Chef Skye Muckle-Conroy's cookbook. This is such a versatile sauce, let me tell you. You can do so many things with this. In fact, I'm surprised it lasted this long because I made it earlier today and I usually have to have a go at it right away, but it lasted. So here we go. Now I'm just going to mix that in. All coated nicely there, and then kind of level it out a little bit so it'll cook evenly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the panko breadcrumbs and I'm going to sprinkle them over the top, just kind of. You know, they produce a nice, really crisp topping, so I really like them. And you just can kind of distribute them evenly over the top of the casserole. Looks pretty cozy, huh? And then I'm simply going to add a few, this is about 2 tablespoons of melted better butter that I was talking to you about earlier. And I'm just kind of going to drizzle it over the top. Finally top with the parsley flakes, give it a nice green color. And then a little bit of pepper. And we're are good to go. So I've got my oven preheated to 350, and I'm gonna pop this in there and let it stay for about 30 minutes. All right, I just got this from the oven. Doesn't it look wonderful and warm and cozy? I assure you it is. And I'm gonna serve this with that salad that I shared with you last week with the pomegranate vinaigrette. So I'm simply going to dish out onto my plate this beautiful food. And then I'm gonna top it with a beautiful herb. What do you think? All right, and here we go. And just remember, I believe one recipe, one meal, one person, and one day at a time, we can and we will make this world a better place for all who inhabit it. Thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.